With your name being Miss Natural, I'm assuming you don't have any surgeries? What's your thoughts on the whole BBL trend right now?
Man, it's your body. Do what you want to do.
What's kept you away from it?
I guess the cons of the ass looking lopsided, and the health, like they say that right now, the BBLs is the most unsafe to get right now. They said one girl just died at a. Well, my thing is, why would you go to a shopping mall? I can't remember if it was done in a shopping mall.
A shopping mall.
Don't give me the line, but it was done somewhere that it wasn't supposed to be, like a grocery store or something like that. I can't remember, but she got it done, and it was her hometown.
Hold on, man.
I just glancedly read it.
You better not be getting a BBL done at Jewel Osco. Hold on. Or at Lenox Mall. Hold on.
I don't even think it was the United States, but you know, it's still motherfuckers that's out here doing it in their kitchen, private type shit, in their basement. So.
Because I have heard of a lot of negative side effects. I've heard of women having to get the injections removed.
Being too heavy.
We've interviewed a young lady here on our couch, K Kitty. You know, she went to get breast implants, and as soon as she got them, she had to get them removed. You know
That's
what
my
I'm saying?
baby. K Kitty and Daphne.
Yeah.
They're my babies.
They're my homegirls, you know? So, for the young ladies that's coming up as sex workers, can you shed light on that type of stuff, you know? Because a lot of these young ladies feel like they got to get their body done in order to succeed.
Girl, you ain't never heard the phrase, who I like, I'm going to go for who like me. If it's because your ass don't think that I'm sexy because I don't have a fat ass, like, I do got a fat ass though, just a little fat ass. But, so, you ain't like, I know somebody like it. So don't let the world fucking their opinion on what image should be. Like, you should be, don't do that. Be comfortable in your own skin. Now, if you want to do that, please do your research and make sure it's legit, because you never know. Like I said, all of them hazards and shit we just talked about, bad wires, red flags, you better do your research. Just do your research. But other than that, do what you want to do. That's another thing. That's how I got through life. Not giving a fuck about motherfuckers' opinion. I had to learn that shit the hard way. Like I said, I beefed with a lot of people that did not with the fact that I was doing porn. You not sucking it. It's me. It's not you. You not there with me. I'm not taking you. My son thought I worked at FedEx for the longest. For the longest. Never thought none of that. My own godmother, that I adopted her as my godmother. She didn't know I was a stripper for like a year. She never asked what I did. She just caught me in the hallway and asked me, she said, where you be taking your baby? She said, I just be noticing that you leave out at night out of nowhere. Like, where you be taking that baby? I said, I take him to like I said, I took him to 24-hour daycare.
This was your neighbor with asking?
My neighbor.
Right.
After that, when I told her that, she said, no. That baby come over here.
Right.
She let me look at our house, showed me where he would be sleeping, said that he can have his own, he had his own little room where he was at. And ever since then, that is my mama. Like.
Okay. So a neighbor turned mama.
Because she would get off around maybe like 5, 6, and she be up chilling, smoking, you know what I'm saying? She older, she don't even look like her age at all. The Mexican. But she funny as hell. She cool as hell. I ain't gonna lie, you try my mom. You wanna play on her.
You say your son 13?
About to be.
Okay. And he is aware of, your occupation. And how does he, like, what is his exact, like, stance on, your occupation?
He don't give. It's like my mama made a way. He know what sex is. He's a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So he look at it as a job. He doesn't look at it as, oh, my mama did this, my mama did that. Like I said, I talked to my son. He know about the porn industry. He knows about a lot of businesses outside of, you know what I'm saying, just porn. But that being my son, I wanted him to know the reasons why I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I'm saying? And why I'm able to walk in the room and be like, that's Miss Natural. Like, oh my God. Because after a while, it got to a point where he was like, Mom, why all these motherfuckers want pictures with you and like that? So I had to start telling him and explaining to him, you know what I'm saying, this is what I did, this is the la la la. But hey, he like, well, my mama loved me. I got good clothes on my motherfucking back. I want for nothing. You saw how big. You think that boy missing a meal? That boy like he missing a meal. You see his hair, the longest hair. He's only had his locks for a year and a half. I take good care of my baby. Great care of my motherfucking back. Everybody sit there and say, boy, you know you having that boy sharp. I don't play about that one. I don't play with him about his schoolwork, but I also have a son that actually loves going to school. That's why I'm so irritated with the fact that I have to be worried about my child fighting every day because these little kids want to sit there and be bullies and think it's cool. That's why you have shooting up classes, committing suicide. They don't understand that. I went to therapy for years. I had to learn myself. I get it. I got 3.5 people living in my head. Now I know. But everybody doesn't have the money or insurance. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of insurance that doesn't even support therapy in the first place, let alone your medical. You know what I'm saying? That people do need. And at one point in time, I was on meds. But this shit does not make you sleepy and weary and make you, I don't know, just like a vegetable. Yeah. So I had to cope and learn. That's why I say I had to learn not to give a fuck about people's opinion, not letting that get in my head, always keeping my eye on the prize. I know me doing porn, I know it was gonna come to an end. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Get in, get out. But I knew my first love is dance before I had my son. My first baby, my first love. My first love is dance. So I knew somewhere in my life was gonna be back up in dance. So that's why I have my own TV show now. Naturals Burlesque. So, ha ha.